What's up, y'all? There was a lady on here that taught us how to like find out when you'll be pregnant or whatever through your deck. So I kind of wanted to try it only because, right? I walked into the house today and my nephew, I think I was brushing my teeth or something. My nephew looks at me. He was like, "You're gonna have a son. You're gonna be married." And I said, You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do it for me. And if it resonates with how my life is going right now, I'll offer to do it with y'all. Okay? So I think she said, like, tap the deck, you know, when will I be pregnant? And yeah, show me when I'll be pregnant, Spirit. I didn't mean to tap you like that. But yeah, she said, go through the deck. She said, find the Empress card. So that's what we gonna do. She said, keep the card before the Empress card and the 3 or 4 cards after. No, it's Queen of Cups. Temperance. Watch the Empress be the first card. Alright now. Okay. I see the Emperor. Must not be too far. Boom, the Empress. So we got the 3 of Wands before. We got the Empress card. And then the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Swords, the Tower, excuse me, and the Judge. And then the Devil right after? Are you kidding me? Okay, let's see though. Hold up, because I know you motherfucking. I think she said 3 or 4, so we're going to put 3 in the 4. Because the 4th card is the Judgment, 10-10, period. Whoa, okay. When will I be pregnant? And I think the first card is the current energy of how I feel right now. The 3 of Wands in reverse. You're daggone right. I'm not really sure what route I want to take, if I even want to be straight enough to have a child. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm too gay for that. You know, I'm old school gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do none of that. Keep me far away, but also, like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to sit there and put emphasis on this Empress card. If I'm going to be an Empress, I need to step into my womanhood. And I can't do that if I'm too busy trying to cosplay in my masculine. Wow, okay, read me to death. Knight of Cups, 5 of Swords, both in reverse, and then the Tower. I think she said something like, energy of like when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, or something like that. So the Tower and the Judgment gift is gonna surprise the heck out of me, and it's really gonna get on my nerves. And unfortunately, it sounds like I'm still going to be in that energy of I'm not sure. And I don't want to have a I'm not sure ass baby. Fuck I look like. I want to be sure about my child. You know what I'm saying? But also, that Tower, you know, I have no control over when I'm going to have a child. And I feel like when you give yourself to your child, or you give yourself to your masculine to have a child, you're totally releasing control. And I feel like that's why it's a difference between like masculine and feminine, or mom versus dad. The mom released their control a long time ago. And I feel like with me tucking away my masculine energy, that means a lot. I'm letting go of my control. Now, I don't really remember what she said for the first 2 cards. I'll give you that, but intuitively, this is what I feel. I'm going to say it's not going to be anytime soon, but I feel like I'm lying. Yeah, nah, I just see 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, that's going to piss me off, because if I were to have a child, I'd want to plan my life. And I understand that I cannot plan my life. Shit just be happening. But that's scary. And I don't really want to partake in that. But also, if I don't partake in that, I won't be living in my higher path. I'll just be living in the path that I chose for myself. And I don't really want to do that. Damn. So when will I be pregnant? When I figure it the fuck out. When I figure out what I want to do in life, it looks like when I stop fighting myself over becoming an empress. You know? When I let go of control and realize that I cannot control. But the judgment card, the 1010, it gives me hope. Only because you see at the bottom they're like coming out mummified. That's how I feel. I feel like my soul would wake up to a higher path. And that's what my mom said. She was like, once you have a kid, everything just changes. Like, you worried about the childbirth, but like, it's worth it once your baby cries. And it's like, I mean, I guess. So I feel like I think I'm waiting for that moment. But it's not going, I'm not going to get to the judgment till the tower comes. And that's kind of just how I feel. So I feel like this reading is kind of accurate. When will I have a kid? When the kid decide to come. Because I ain't going to be ready for it, you know? Y'all want to know when you're going to be pregnant? Because I feel like it's kind of accurate. Let me know.